I can take it off like that, and now I'm totally deaf. Now I'm not hearing anything at all. And then I can simply let the headpiece stick magnetically to the implant. And I hear a kind of a rushing sound as the headpiece sets up a radio link with the implant. And then all of a sudden the auditory world just rushes in one great burst. What happened to me is that I went abruptly deaf on July 7th, 2001. I had had hearing before, impaired hearing. I had worn hearing aids. Then I suddenly lost all my remaining hearing and had to get a cochlear implant. A cochlear implant is a device that's implanted inside the skull. So this is actually what I have inside my head. It is implanted in my skull behind my ear. In this area right here, I have an external device which looks a little bit like a hearing aid. It has a headpiece, this round thing, which sticks to the implant that's in my head. It beams data through my skin to the implant. The implant has an electrode lead that goes into my inner ear and triggers it with small bursts of electricity. And that is how I hear. When it was first activated, it was one of the most shocking days of my life. I was expecting to hear badly. I was not expecting for everything to be incomprehensible. I learned how to hear all over again by starting with the Winnie the Pooh books on tape. So I would read the book in my hands while listening to Charles Kuralt read the book aloud on tape. That allowed me to match up what I was getting from the implant with what I knew I was reading. So I learned this is what an S sounds like now. This is what a TH sounds like now. A cochlear implant is a computer. It's not just an amplifier, which is what a hearing aid is. A cochlear implant is a computer that's directly connected to your nerve endings. So it's possible to write new software for it that enhances your hearing. And I've gone through such software upgrades several times. And each time I get more auditory information.
I'm going to come back down and come back up. So tell me when you first hear it.
Okay. Yeah. Going deaf actually is the best thing that ever happened to me. Because first, I hear better with a cochlear implant than I ever did with hearing aids. And it also allowed me to re-envision my life, to rethink what do I want to do with my life. Because when your hearing breaks down, it really brings your life to a halt. The hidden blessing is that you get a chance to start your life over again. And I did that. I chose to become a science writer, which was a completely new career for me. I've had a cochlear implant for almost 5 years now, but I still feel grateful every time I use a cell phone. It still amazes me that I can just open it, put it to my ear, and talk to someone. You know, I had this feeling that my ears are completely dead, which they are. Biologically, I'm totally deaf. And yet, through the wonder of this technology, I'm actually able to use a cell phone. And the wonder of that has not faded, even after 5 years.